Merry Christmas, everybody. It's Christmas Eve. Today is 12/24/2017 at 6:51 p.m. my time. I was going to do a video. I was going to take a break off for Christmas holidays, but I couldn't because this message that I'm putting out today is pretty, very important. Matter of fact, it's basically urgent. Today, as I learned some information that I need to get out to fellow YouTubers, just enough for you to know your situation. There are no conspiracies. We have replaced truth with popularity. We are seeing that now on our YouTube videos. We have seen also that the amount of people that are actually watching or viewing your videos has drastically been diminished on every channel. Your views are going down daily. This is just the tip of the spear, because the fact is that I've looked at yesterday and today, based on my warning that in my past video, that you're going to start experiencing problems with your YouTube and your broadcasts and getting your message out. This is starting to happen. The biggest of the main players that are following Q and posting messages. The start is Cody Snodgrass of Snappy Radio. Everybody knows him now. Not dropping a target on his back. He's involved in a 2-car accident, leaving his home, going to his doctor to pick up his medication. Cody Snodgrass, CA, he's Black Ops, came forward a couple of years ago, telling his story. One of his main stories that he tells, whether you think he's off the rocker or not, is that they asked him to be a part of the Oklahoma City bombs. Take a look at the science. Timothy Bay, special ops all the way. Look at his haircut, for God's sake. You do not have an individual that can make a bomb that freaking big. I don't care who you are if you're a civilian. It has never been duplicated. Details of the crash is questionable, because the fact is that they are not allowing any investigative information to come out. They are not allowing anybody to actually ask questions. Personal opinion, speculations. I don't really do that very much. It says brake lines were messed with. They weren't cut like a dumbass. They were actually punctured by a syringe with a larger needle that actually his brakes went out over a period of time, so he didn't notice. This caused him to not be able to stop at the stop sign. Currently, right now, we have a lot of individuals who are actually having a hard time broadcasting. Like I said, the videos can't get out, the message can't get out. They're having a problem tweeting and having everything is going wrong. Either they're posting and it's not, either they're getting it to actually post, it's not posting, or it's not posting in its entirety, or it's been messed with in some type of way. I watched the video last night of 2 exact videos at Mandalay Bay, same time frame, before and after. Before would be on the cell phone, after would be after they posted it. The one that appears on YouTube now is dark. The time frame is different. It's off by 28 seconds. If you believe your YouTubes are not, or your posts are not being tampered with, then you're stupid. Especially if you got your eye on the prize here, you got your eye on the ball, on Q. A couple of things I want to mention too about Q is that we are missing the ball, and we're not swinging the pitch, because in the executive order dated on the 21st, it actually in that message, it actually mentions something that everybody has missed. At the bottom of that, we assume when you look at human rights and stuff, you're like, that's just about human rights. It doesn't matter. For shit. Look at the key word there, which is corruption. What does that entail, and what does that actually mean? How does it fit in with the rest of the document? I've covered this in another tape, and I kind of said, I told you it was coming, I just didn't know exactly what words he was going to use. However, corruption means every entity he's doing business with questionable terrorist targets or questionable money situations or questionable treason activity or freezing their assets. They're freezing their property. There are 10 names listed on this list. They're really not freaking important because they're untouchable. But the fact is look at the businesses underneath who they do business with. Those are where you're going to get hit. Those are the ones who are going to start getting hit. It's tightening up the screws to drain the swamp to make sure these individuals know we're getting serious and this shit's going to stop. Basically, Trump is giving them a way out. Stop doing business with them. We're watching you. Or deal with the consequences. We'll seize your assets. Now, when I talk about seizing assets, I'm not talking about seizing assets on this one company. I'm talking about every company that's listed that's suspect, because everybody on that list is now suspect. You realize how much money that will lock up? It will affect the stock market. The fact is that Trump does not want to actually initiate this because the hit will take on the stock market, who right now, there's a bubble that's getting ready to bust. We don't know when. The impact of all of this is just a market correction, but we don't know if people are going to panic, and that is why we have distractions to keep us away from the numbers, to make us sure that we don't panic on Wall Street and start making a run for the bank. It's another story, I know. I'll get around to that one day. Once again, there are no consequences. For those of you who are videos that I've mentioned before, it's going to get worse before it gets better. The key trigger here is also what we've been pointing to and what Q's been pointing to, and we haven't understood the underlying meaning. Is the fact is that Trey Gowdy, Jordan, Gomer, all these individuals who get up and grandstand on TV during these hearings, they put on a damn good show. Why? Because they're actors in a play. Their role is simple: to distract and make the American people believe that this is a democracy. We have spent trillions of dollars on these hearings just to make the American people think that we're on top of it, that Congress is on top of it. If I ask you, for all these hearings that you've heard of in the last 3 years, how many indictments have we had? None. How many cases have appeared before the grand jury? None. How many individuals go before this Congress and give false testimony who have been charged, or who have been charged with the crime of perjury, who have called back to testify and their testimony has been reversed? Please tell me you noticed this. So in other words, what they're telling you is that Congress is in on this. Congress is the one fighting against the president as well. Why? Because the fact is that we're in the shares of their careers. Because everybody in Congress is actually connected to all this bullshit that's going on. Pedophilia, you name it. Can I say the words to make you understand? Iran-Contra? What we have currently going on right now between the black market, between Russia, Iran, can't prove it, but I'll tell you why. If any of you knew anything about the black market and how it actually operates, let me tell you something, you're in for a freaking surprise. It's bigger than freaking Wall Street and Nikkei and all that other shit put together. This market was developed to stay hidden for a reason. To simplify, what it is that it is actually monitored by certain shadow individuals who actually look at this market and see what's up for sale, how much the cost of it is, tell you who the hell it comes from. They broker the deal. They don't even know. The product will be shipped out, going to a third world country with so much paperwork, no one will actually do the work to actually find out where it actually goes, because it'll sit in a third world country, because they don't do it all at one time. It goes in pieces. Can I say uranium one? Has anybody bothered to check whether you ain't uranium remain? Has anybody bothered to check it after you sell? Did we get a receipt? Be very careful when you start dealing with the black market, because there's a lot of people involved, and they have a lot of interest in the black market. I laugh at people when they say, well, our stock market's going to crash. Yeah, damn right. Guess what? If that happens, it ain't going to lose the market. The black market's going to take over. It happens every time. How many times during war or famine or during anything, you still got a market, you just got to pay more for it. You want cigarettes, you get on the black market. You want booze, you get on the black market. My God, it's history repeating itself. So for those of you who don't understand the black market, why don't we go through and take a look at how that is affecting everything else. She's mentioned North Korea is trying to put you on the right path because it's North Korea CIA front, or is it an operation? Or is it CIA Iran? No. You bet your ass we got CIA operatives, black ops all around Korea. We have got contingency plans for everywhere that he moves to. I talk about on Wong Hung Lo. Wherever he goes, wherever he moves, we have a plan, a contingency plan to take him out. Why we use it? Because we're in a pissing contest between Russia and China. China and Russia both agree they need to take him out. However, the fact is they cannot do so because the mere appearance of a communist leader taking out another communist leader will wreak havoc upon the Communist Party. There's one thing that unifies communists, that they all believe their leaders are both pro. But somebody knocks off on, they're going to be looked at. And then the obvious, we can't do it because we got to take the high road. We're looking for somebody else to do it because the fact is we cannot be caught. And we're good at getting caught. Can you imagine how many operations we in from Carter to all administrations that we go in and try to get in and get out, and we have a freaking problem. You stamp the United States government right on the sand. We were here. We even leave them back some helicopters and shit so they could get top secret information. So that's not going to work based on our track record. However, the fact is that even if we tried to pull something off, if anything happened to Wong Hung Lo over there, I guess, you know what, we would be the first one people look at, you think? So therein lies the dilemma. If you were correct that the CIA was operating a shadow government in North Korea, then there would not be one missile frickin' launched. None of them would have gotten off the ground. We're there. Been there for over 2 years. But we don't know what the fuck to do. Because we are in what they call a food bar. Iran was mentioned as well. Iran is simple because the fact is that Iran has overdone within the last 3 years nuclear inspections. They've been playing nice with the United States. We can go in there and look at their hoo-haws, and they look at we look at their cake, we look at their freaking, how much they're producing, white water, black water, whatever they're using to actually produce these weapons. And I'll think I'm talking about bullshit, but no, white water and black water, they're the difference because they produce two different type of nuclear fusion. One's used for a reactor and one's used for it to make bomb. Make it simple. However, the fact is, that they're making us nice in there because the sanctions are working, and now they're having to deal more in the black market. It's hurting their economy because of the fact that they're having to pay more for the shit they got for 20% last 3 years ago. they decided to at least to show up to the ball game, but they haven't picked up a bat yet. We have an opiate issue right now. Surgeon General's come out and said that the open addiction has actually reduced. It's actually, it went from a serious operation or a serious fact to actually a desperate measure there, or it's a panic, or it's widespread, so widespread that we can't do anything about it. I believe the state was the fact is that we cannot house all the addicts, the opiate addicts, because we ain't got enough room. Okay, so we resort to the second option, which is prisons. Put them away, just for being addicted. Please tell me you understand the fact that a person who possesses drugs can go to jail longer than somebody who commits murder. Murder, you'll be out maybe 10 to 20. You caught with drugs, you're going to go away at least for 30. You tell me how that works out. Anyway, the opiate production can be tracked back to one thing, and that's Afghanistan, whether you believe it or not, because Afghanistan is what, number 2 in the production of poppies. It's their main income. That's why they can't do anything else. Their job is to grow poppies. It's been that way for years. So there we go. The United States government is now involved in the drug market. We control the flow, which means we control the price. Why? Because we have soldiers there on the ground monitoring the situation. The cash props up the government. They're fine with that. Taliban gets a cut if they behave. Meanwhile, economy. Even though it's going nowhere, they're getting new roads and they're getting new freaking airports and new cars. Where's the money come from? Personally, I have seen glad hefty bags full of trash being delivered on a convoy directly from the embassy in the United States to powers that be in government. Check out a place called Polochuck. It's a bad juju, and it's a wild, wild west. It's about 5 steps down from Gitmo. That's where the transactions go down. It's off the map. Now, getting back to the YouTube merge message or whatever, I'm gonna throw out some terms here. If you don't get them, that's your fault. If you want to know, hit me back in the comment section. Put a question mark. We can figure out a way so I can get the information to you, because this directly involves you. TB, you're getting too close. TB, whenever you're analyzing, be careful. Stay on point. So far, you've got them confused to the point to where they don't know exactly where you're going. Expect it. Snafu Radio, you're already on the map. I don't have to worry. I don't think we need to say any more about that. This entity is faced with a situation. Do we go further or do we quit? Yeah, it's costing lives. Every one of you. You're going to be caught with that decision pretty soon. Munder, you're off track. You're out there. Please stop. Come in on cue. Please stop. Munder, there are no UFOs on Q post. Drop it. CO, it's time. CO, it's time to get back on. CO, coast is clear. This today is just a few subjects. However, the fact is that this has been all day. Check it on your accounts. If you're not being aware, if you're not being mindful, and if you do not really constantly, or you do not comprehend how serious that you are on top of this, you need to get out. If you do not understand the repercussions of what can happen to you, you need to get out. If you can look at that movie with Sandra Bullock, I'm going to say the name of the movie because, thank you, baby, you will realize at that point in time, we are there. Your life, your family's life, everything can be ruined. You can disappear. Anybody who knows the information that you're giving out, or any time that you try to reach out, they know it now. And they know who. They don't have to directly monitor your computer because the fact is they know who you're talking to. Best way for them to check statuses on YouTube. However, they know also that you're communicating other ways to other people. They know who they are. If you are not necessarily right now looking at ways to take precautions, and if you are not thinking outside the box on what they can and cannot do, you're wrong. You need to get out. Social media is going to be attacked. This will be starting on the 28th to a level that we've never seen. By the time this is over with, social media will be the same equivalent to mainstream media. Every person out there, their viewers, your viewers have gone down a significant percentage from what you had. Subscribers are getting lower. They've already accomplished that method. That they already accomplished the one fact that you're not important, and they discredit you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Some ways you don't know. Don't think they're gonna fucking jump up and tell you. So if you figure that shit out. So I have warned, I have told people, I have actually come to the point to where I have pretty much told you what to look out and what not to look out for, and how serious this is getting ready to get. You can take heed. I say he's full of bullshit. That's it. But one day, coming soon, you're going to be going about your business. And you're going to be doing something, and you're going to be thinking like I do all the time. If you didn't, you wouldn't be doing this shit. But it's going to hit you. God damn, that's what you're talking about. There's the rub, ladies and gentlemen, right there. You may not know it now. You may not get it. But hear the message. And hope and pray that you don't get it when it's too late. I'm out.